Speedbird 851, turn right heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established 27.
Hey everyone, welcome to DJ's Aviation. As we edge closer to the official reveal of Boeing's new middle-of-the-market airliner, Airbus have actually just in the past day appeared in the news with their A321. Bloomberg and more are reporting that Airbus is studying a longer-range A321. This aircraft would essentially battle it out with the Boeing 797 in the future. This comes as multiple teams at Boeing are refining the design and plans for their 797 series, which is expected to be delivered to the launch customer in the mid-2020s. The A321 series is quite extensive, with multiple variants all suiting different airlines' needs. For example, there is the standard version, Airbus Cabin Flex, and the A321LR. However, this new variant, dubbed to be the A321XLR, really would just have additional fuel tanks, which would mean that the aircraft could fly even further than the A321LR, hence the name XLR, which I'd assume is just an abbreviation for extra large. In recent years, Airbus has led the way in terms of small aircraft. The European manufacturer has essentially led this market completely and is yet to come under any form of pressure from Boeing, who, as mentioned, are refining their alternative to the A321 series. A lot of people have debated whether or not it is now simply too late to bring in the 797, given the A321's head start. However, through market research and also growth statistics, it would say that it's the complete opposite to what some people are thinking. While some airlines have in fact ordered the A321, others are still waiting for Boeing's alternative, and we've seen most steer away from the 737-10 MAX, which of course isn't the right fit for some, and obviously isn't the best replacement for airlines that are operating the 757 and the 767. This potential A321 XLR would be released solely to keep Airbus's market share and give as little as possible to Boeing. However, of course, their main goal would be not to budge on their current percentage of that market share, which is extremely important to manufacturers these days. This new A321 XLR would roughly fit in the 200 to 270 seat segment. Now, in comparison to the Boeing 797, it is roughly the same. The 797 is expected at this stage to slot into the 220 to 270 seat segment. Whether there are multiple variants, possibly meaning that the 797 would reach the 300 seat segment, is still unknown, but these numbers have pretty much been confirmed by Boeing officials. While you may certainly think that more A321 variants mean it shows the desperation coming from Airbus, but it is actually the opposite according to Airbus. They firmly believe that with the likes of the A321LR and the A321 Airbus Cabin Flex, they will be able to limit Boeing's impact on the market with the 797, and it's actually worth noting that these continued alternatives to the standard A321neo that are in fact being released mean the potential for this European manufacturer to make an airline a specific variant of the A321 series to perfectly suit their needs is actually more than possible. Either way, the proposition of an A321 XLR is extremely exciting, and hopefully if the 797 is released soon, the battle between the two for the middle of the market share will not only be interesting, but extremely exciting to watch from afar. If I was to give some thoughts on the A321 XLR, it would be, as I mentioned, exciting. While I could certainly view the expansion of the A321neo program as to be desperate, I do tend to agree with what Airbus is trying to do. Limiting the growth of an up-and-coming aircraft, especially from your rival, is extremely important, whether that be Boeing, Embraer, or any other plane manufacturer. However, part of me does also want to see the Boeing 797 succeed, as everything that's been outlined describing that particular aircraft do mean that it will be an almost direct replacement for the iconic 757 and the 767 series. If you have any thoughts on the potential of an A321 XLR, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video of mine, and I do hope you'll all join me in my next one.
Race all of these broken dreams in flight, and we'll fly.